continues to be with us on the ground, the only journalist who's got all the voices, who's got the first pictures, in fact, the only pictures of what's happening on the Yamuna Expressway right now. Rahul Gandhi, they're shoved by the UP police. He's fallen down there. He says that he is being forcibly kept from marching to Hathras. He and Priyanka Gandhi, along with other senior Congress leaders, were in vehicles and they wanted to get there to Hathras today, but they've been stopped from their vehicles continuing. They tried to do it on a march. There was a clash with the UP police. Rahul Gandhi was shoved. He fell down. Priyanka Gandhi is right behind him at this point of time. They've been taken or are being taken into preventive custody. Anand Patel continues to be with us. Anand, you know, obviously this can't continue. You know, a decision is going to have to be taken one way or the other, whether whether Rahul Gandhi's team proceeds or they return to Delhi. They can't just stand over there. Right now, where you are, is the crowd moving or is everything completely static right now?
Well, it's come to a complete standstill, Shiv. You can see, you know, there's some complete chaos here on the Yamuna Expressway. One side of the lane of the expressway has been opened for traffic, but there is massive traffic backlog beyond this point on both sides because of this dharna of sorts which is taking place on the Yamuna Expressway, very close to the Jaywar toll plaza. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are well entrenched here. They are saying that they will not bus from here. The administration tried to take them into their own vehicles. Both the vehicles were lined up, but they refused to go. And then the police vehicle which was brought here, and they were requested that they should sit in this vehicle and proceed towards the local thana because they are into preventive custody. But they're not agreeing to that as well. And you can see them huddled up here with the other Congress leaders. You can see Rahul Gandhi there taking some sort of liquid to keep him hydrated. Shiv, it's very humid here, very hot here, and they've already walked a few kilometers from the Yamuna Expressway entry, which is a very arduous journey given the kind of situation which is there. It is very humid and hot, and you can see them sitting here and waiting because the administration is not allowing them to move any further. The entire Congress workers mob has been cordoned off from both sides on the Yamuna Expressway, and that is the reason why they're not able to move any further. The officials try to reason out with them that this section 144 is in place in Hathras, and they cannot proceed toward Hathras, particularly on foot, because it is going to lead to a lot of chaos on the Yamuna Expressway. Rahul Gandhi tried to reason out and told them that he is ready to walk all along, and along with Priyanka Gandhi, but the officials are saying that the mob of the Congress workers will also follow them, and if that happens, it will lead to a lot of chaos. So they cannot be allowed to move ahead, and that is why they were taken into preventive custody. They are detained technically, but they are not ready to move from here. So complete deadlock, a showdown between the Congress workers led by Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi and the UP police and the officials who are here from the administration.
Anand, stay with me. First police reaction coming in on the back of India Today's news break on Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi being taken into preventive custody. Listen into the UP police.
इधर से एक लाइन रोहित हमारे साथ ज्वाइंट सीपी लैंड ऑर्डर लव कुमार जी क्या इनको डिटेन कर लिया गया है? देखिए, that's what I am saying कि we are trying to stop him because there is a order from the district magistrate that considering the law and order situation nobody should be allowed to go to Hathras. उसी के क्रम में हम लोग उनसे अनुरोध कर रहे हैं वहाँ ना जाने के लिए।
तो वो कह रहे हैं कि हम सिर्फ 2 लोग जाना चाहते हैं, पीसफुली जाना चाहते हैं।
जो 2 और 4 और 5 की बात नहीं है। The order says that because of law and order conditions, nobody from the outside should be allowed to enter the district.
कहाँ लेके जाएंगे?
अब पहले हम उनसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि वो ना जाएं, अगर वापस ही चले आते हैं तो ज्यादा अच्छा है, बाकी अगर फिर देन विल लुक इनटू इट।
तो क्या करेंगे अगर वो कह रहे हम तो जाएंगे?
देखिए, मैं अब आगे जो भी सिचुएशन होगी मैं आपको बताऊंगा।
क्या डिटेन कर लिया गया? आपके अधिकारी कह रहे हैं उनको डिटेन कर लिया गया?
अगर डिटेन कर लिया गया तो विल अरेस्ट देम, है ना। अभी पहले हम उनसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि वो ना जाए, ठीक।
So that was a UP police officer there saying that they've been stopped. They've been requested not to move any further because of the administration seeing a law and order situation near Hathras, and they don't want large crowds to actually move towards that area. They say that there is a law and order situation, but these are politicians. These are opposition members who want to go there. So this isn't really going to hold up very much, especially given the UP police's performance over the last few days, especially in light of many of the things that have happened since the girl's death, including the apparent forced cremation that took place overnight after she died 2 days ago. And now, since Hathras has become a hot political story with a big, rare media spotlight on a small part of Uttar Pradesh, despite everything else that's happening in the country, this is the situation that is currently playing out on the Yamuna Expressway. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have both been stopped. They are not being allowed to proceed any further. The police says the reason is there is a law and order situation that needs to be prevented in light of what has happened and is happening in Hathras. Anand Patel continues to be with us, our man on the ground, the only journalist with access and the best pictures to tell you the story of what is taking place on the Yamuna Expressway right now. Remember, this location, the Yamuna Expressway, is about 120 kilometers on the Yamuna highway from Hathras. So it's nowhere close to Hathras. The Gandhi siblings were on their way in their vehicles. They were stopped. They decided to do a sort of impromptu Padayatra where they would march to Hathras, which would have taken about 20 to 22 hours if they had chosen to do so. But they've been stopped by the police from even marching on the highway, and that's why things have come to a complete standstill. Those are the live pictures that we're getting to you exclusively from the Yamuna Expressway, where India Today's Anand Patel is the only journalist who has this point of view to get you this ringside view of this big deadlock between the UP police and the Congress's Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. And that's why I want you to listen in to our reporter on the ground. Anand Patel continues to be with us. Anand, are you able to speak with anyone from the Congress party? You've spoken to Priyanka and Rahul. Yeah, you know, they are hell-bent on continuing with this march to Hathras, which is totally understandable and justifiable. That's what they want to do, and they're totally within their rights to do it. But as of now, with this deadlock, with these restrictions that have been imposed by the UP police, what is the next step? How is the Congress planning to navigate this?
Well, Shiv, let me tell you, this is a complete deadlock here because Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have put their foot down and they're saying that they will not move from here. The administration is trying to reason out with them, telling them that they are in preventive custody and they need to board this jeep. This is the police jeep. Shiv, let me show you. This is the jeep of the local SHO, and they want him, both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, to board this jeep to go to the local Thana because they are in preventive custody. Earlier on, these two Innova cars were brought for them so that they can board this car and go to the police station, but they refused. And then the SHO jeep was brought in very close to the huddle where Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are, but they refused to buzz, and it remains to be seen as to how long this deadlock would continue, because both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are talking to the senior leaders, Randeep Surjewala, Rajiv Shukla, Dipender Huda, Jitin Prasad, and the D.V. Srinivas is the Youth Congress chief. All these leaders are here, you can see. UP leaders, the Ajay Kumar Lalu, their Uttar Pradesh Congress Committee chief, is also here. You can see all these leaders still huddled up. And K.C. Venugopal also, they're trying to talk to all these leaders. And they're saying that they will not move from here, despite the fact that they are into preventive custody. They will not be moving an inch from here. They want to proceed towards Hathras. And they're saying that even if the administration allows them all alone, they will move and walk on foot on this Yamuna Expressway. But the administration is not agreeing to even that. And they're saying that if Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi will walk on foot, the mob of the Congress workers will also follow them, and that will lead to chaos on the Yamuna Expressway, which will lead to a lot of inconvenience for the public at large. But the Gandhis are not buzzing from their stand, and this has led to a deadlock. The UP police senior officials who are on spot, they're trying to speak to their higher-ups in Lucknow to get word from them as to how this impasse, this deadlock can be ended, and the traffic which is halted at the moment on the Yamuna Expressway can be resumed. And this political drama which is playing out,
yes,
very dramatic, right from the beginning at around 11:45 when Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi entered the UP border through DND Plaza. At that place, they were not stopped. They were allowed to move in the vehicle along with all the Congress workers who were accompanying them. But the moment they tried to enter the Yamuna Expressway, vehicles of the Congress workers were stopped, and that led to a deadlock. And Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi also stepped down from the vehicles and started a march. And all the workers who were following them in the vehicles also came along with them marching, and that led to a vehicular traffic halt on the Yamuna Expressway. And then as they walked around 5 to 7 miles, Rahul Gandhi was accosted. He was walking ahead of Priyanka Gandhi, and he was heckled by the UP police cops, and he almost fell down because of that. And then Priyanka Gandhi also joined him, and they both said that nothing doing, they will continue with this march despite the UP police trying to stop them. So clearly, the Gandhi siblings clearly telling out in no uncertain terms that they will continue with this dharna, continue with this march towards Hathras to meet the family of the victim, and the police cannot stop them because they are not doing anything illegal. Section 144 is in Hathras and not here on the Yamuna Expressway.
Anand, stay with me. Let's listen into what Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi said once again to Anand Patel of India Today right before the preventive custody drama played out.
कहा कि 144 का मतलब पब्लिक असेंबली नहीं, तो मैंने उनसे कहा कि मैं ये सब जो कांग्रेस वाले हैं इनको यहाँ रोक दूंगा, आप मुझे अकेला जाने दीजिए। मैं वो पब्लिक असेंबली नहीं होती है, 144 में अकेला आदमी चल सकता है, वो मुझे धकेल के गिरा दिया।
रात को 2:30 बजे राहुल जी, रात को 2:30 बजे अगर आग दी जाती है विक्टिम को, रात को 2:30 बजे अग्नि दी गई, चिता लगाई गई, परिवार के विशेष कहते हैं, आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, मैं उस परिवार से जाके मिलना चाहता हूँ, बस मैं उस परिवार से मिलना चाहता हूँ, और मैं बता रहा हूँ ये मुझे रोक नहीं पाएंगे।
मोदी जी ने कहा कि उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री के कहने पे SIT बिठा दी है, क्या इतना काफी है? प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा जल्दी,
वो सब ठीक है, मगर मैं उस परिवार से जाके मिलूंगा। लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री
आप यहाँ से वापस नहीं जाने वाले?
और उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस का वो कोई क्राइम नहीं है।
जी सर, आप उत्तर प्रदेश के
Priyanka Gandhi who is taking a march.
Priyanka ji, you asked for the resignation of the chief minister.
Yes, sir.
And this is the kind of response you've got. You've been dragged for going to the ground zero.
Yes.
How do you say this?
Look, the chief minister is responsible for the safety of women in the state.
Cross to Anand Patel back on the Yamuna Expressway. Anand, what's happening? There's something happening there.
Yes, Shiv, they are, both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are sitting in the police vehicle now. Priyanka Gandhi in the vehicle of the SHO, but you can see the Congress workers on top of that vehicle, not allowing the vehicle to move. Dramatic visuals here, Shiv. You can see them, both the Congress leaders in the jeep, police jeep, but the Congress workers sitting on top of the police jeep. They are not trying to, allow the vehicle to go from here. You can see the police is trying to remove them forcibly, but workers are not leaving the vehicle. They are trying to stop the vehicle from leaving the spot. You can see cops on the backside of the jeep trying to remove the workers. You can see the workers who mobbed the entire jeep. You can see the cops trying to take away the security personnel and the workers who are on top of the police vehicle, not allowing the vehicle to leave from here. Very dramatic visuals you see, Shiv. You can see these visuals. Cops are trying to remove the workers who are on the vehicle, and you can see them being removed by the cops. charge happening. You can see lathi charge. The workers are being lathi charged. The workers are resorting to lathi charge here on the spot, trying to remove the workers from the vehicle, from taking the Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi away from here. These are dramatic visuals, Shiv, and both the leaders have been taken away. In the police vehicle, you can see the Congress workers standing in front of the vehicle.
Anand, have Priyanka and Rahul been taken away in a police vehicle? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you can see, Shiv, you can see Priyanka Gandhi sitting in that police vehicle. You can see Priyanka Gandhi sitting in the police vehicle. You can see Priyanka Gandhi in the police vehicle, Rahul Gandhi in that police vehicle. But the Congress workers are in front of this.
Okay, these are very dramatic scenes. Anand, I can barely hear you. We're going to just come right back to you. Stay with me, Anand. Stay with me. We're going to try and improve your audio just a little bit. Big crowd there. This has been a marked escalation in what's happening on the Yamuna Expressway. You saw those pictures of Priyanka Gandhi inside that police vehicle. So India Today once again has been proven correct. We're the first ones to tell you that Rahul and Priyanka have been taken into preventive custody, and that appears to be the case. They've been taken into preventive custody. A lathi charge has just happened. You can see a large number of armed policemen there as well. Anand, over to you. Take it away. Take us through what's happening. I can see you on air.
Shiv, you can see now the cops have, managed to move the vehicle from the place where Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi were huddled with the other Congress leaders, and the vehicle has moved towards Jewar now. That vehicle belonging to the SHO has been moved away from here. You can see the police now trying to stop the other workers from moving in the same direction. Massive police force here, and the Congress workers trying to go in that direction. You can see, Shiv, you can see this is the situation at the Yamuna Expressway. The Congress workers trying to go towards where the vehicle has gone. The vehicle has gone, but the cops are trying to stop them, not allowing them to go towards the vehicle. Direction in which the vehicle which had Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi has gone. The police is stopping all the Congress workers from going in the same direction. Complete chaos, dramatic visuals, and the Congress workers are now fighting it out with the workers.
Anand, where are they being taken? Are you getting a sense of where Priyanka and Rahul are being taken in that vehicle?
Well, they have gone towards Jewar Toll Plaza side, Shiv. All I can say at the moment, because we really don't know as to which side they will take. They might take a U-turn from there and take them back to Greater Noida, Surajpur police station, which is the closest police station here, or they can take them towards Jewar side. It is yet to be ascertained. We tried to speak to some official as to where they have been taken, but the vehicle has moved away from here, and both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have left the spot in a police custody since they were in preventive custody, escorted by the police personnel. And the other Congress leaders are trying to follow them, and the police is stopping them from moving any further. You can see them. The cops have completely blocked all the police vehicles, and they are not being allowed to move an inch from here. You can see all the cops lining up on the expressway, and you can see all the Congress party workers who were with Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. They have been stopped, cornered on the expressway, not allowed to move away from here. Shiv.
Okay, so they've been taken towards the Jewar Toll Plaza, and they could be taken back towards Greater Noida, is what we understand it. It is still an escalating situation. There has just been a lathi charge. We specifically saw a lathi charge being carried out by the UP police. Both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are in a UP police vehicle now. taken tentatively towards the Jewar toll plaza. Jewar is is the area just beyond Greater Noida, which is part of the National Capital Region in western Uttar Pradesh. There you have it. On your screens right now are pictures of Rahul and Priyanka inside that police vehicle. Not these, the one before this were pictures of Rahul and Priyanka inside that police vehicle, and no information just yet. Let's listen in.
सीधे सीधे कह रहे हैं डाल देंगे तुम्हें अंदर, डाल देंगे तुम्हारे अंदर। हद हो गई है गुंडई की।
तुम उससे विजुअल्स बनवाओ ना कहा।
Patel continues to be with us on the ground. He's got his eyes on everything that's happening in this escalating situation. Anand, take us through what's happening right now. Has the police said anything more apart from and over and above from what they said earlier about Section 144 law and order situation, and therefore Rahul and Priyanka are not being allowed to proceed further?
Yes, you see, Shiv, the police was trying to reason out with Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi that if they try to march on the Yamuna Expressway, it will lead to a traffic jam, because a mob of Congress workers were following them, and that was completely against the norms, because this is the highway and it was disrupting the vehicular movement. And that is the reason why when Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi walked a few miles on the Yamuna Expressway, they were accosted. Rahul Gandhi was heckled. He nearly fell down, and then Priyanka also joined him, and both of the leaders made it very clear that they are not going to move away from here. They're going to march towards Hathras and meet the family of the victims. But the police said that they cannot go on like this on the Yamuna Expressway because it is disrupting the entire vehicular movement. You can see the workers which have been stopped. Massive police force here. Shiv, you can see them. All the Congress workers have been turned away. They've been asked to go back. They cannot proceed in the direction in which Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have gone. We are yet to make sure, understand from the cops as to where they have been taken. That is not yet clear. We'll have to find out as to where they have been taken, which police station they have been taken. But they have been whisked away from here. Both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi in the same vehicle. A couple of policemen, their personal security guards were there. But they were taken away in a police vehicle.
Yeah.
And the other Congress leaders, other congressmen, workers, they've been asked to leave. We saw the kind of police action which took place. The workers who were trying to stop that vehicle, they were on top of the vehicle to stop the vehicle from leaving the spot. And that led to a lathi charge from the police to stop the workers and allow the vehicle to leave the spot. And that has happened, but we are yet to see as to what will happen. Let's try and get a word from the senior officials as to where they have gone. Ranvijay ji. You can see a lot of drama happening here. Shiv, the Congress workers who are trying to move in the direction in which Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka have gone are being heckled by the cops.
Yes.
The cops are trying to stop them, and that is leading to a clash between the Congress workers and the police. You can see them. The women workers particularly are very agitated, and they are in a one-on-one clash with the police here. The police is trying to reason out with them that they cannot go in the direction in which Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have gone. But the workers are not ready to budge. They're not listening to them, and that is leading to clash between the two sides. The UP Congress workers, they are sitting on a dharna here in the middle of the highway. You can see them. Ajay Kumar Lallu. Let's try and speak to them. Let's try and...
Yes.
अजय कुमार लल्लू, आप बताइए, राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी को लेके गए हैं यहाँ से, ये अभी मालूम नहीं कहाँ लेके गए हैं, लेकिन आप लोग को नहीं जाने दिया है।
देखिए, ये सरकार दमन की राजनीति कर रही है। अगर पैदल जाकर किसी का दुख दर्द बांटना गुनाह है, किसी की पीड़ा में उसका साथ देना गुनाह है, तो सरकार बताए ना कि जब लड़की तड़पती रही, इलाज के अभाव में दम तोड़ दिया, उस समय सरकार कहाँ सोई थी? किसके कार्रवाई में, किसके दबाव में उन लोगों को बचाने का प्रयास किया गया? आजादी राहुल गांधी जी पैदल यात्रा कर रहे थे, लाठीचार्ज किया गया, मारा गया। प्रियंका जी के ऊपर लाठीचार्ज, मेरे कार्यकर्ताओं का हाथ तोड़ दिया गया, तमाम लोगों को बुरी तरह मारा पीटा गया है। दमन की राजनीति होगी, हम डरने वाले नहीं। मारो, लाठी चलाओ, जितना लाठी चलाना है हम सहेंगे और गांधीवादी तरीके से सड़कों पर आएंगे।
राहुल जी कह रहे थे कि वो अकेले ही जाना चाहते हैं, अगर उन्हें अकेले भी जाने दिया जाएगा, लेकिन उसके लिए भी तैयार नहीं।
इसी तरह ये सरकार जिस चीज पर उतारू होगी, हम हर वो दीवार फांस जाएंगे और लड़ेंगे, संघर्ष करेंगे।
So you can see Ajay Kumar Lallu saying that they are going to secure in process, and now they are agitating here while Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have been taken away from this spot. These workers, led by Uttar Pradesh Congress Committee President Ajay Kumar Lallu, are saying that the police has resorted to lathi charge against Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, which is completely unacceptable, and the high-handedness of the police action here is visible. The Congress party is alleging that this is an action completely against the norms and the rules, because they were peacefully marching towards Hathras to meet the family of the victim, which is not illegal, although Section 144 is in place in Hathras. But the Congress party is saying that this is just, an instrument, a tool used by the government machinery to stop the opposition party workers from meeting the family of the victims. Shiv?
Okay, Anand, stay with me because this is a situation that continues to escalate. There has been a lathi charge. Women Congress workers have clashed with women police personnel there on the Yamuna Expressway. These pictures are still simmering on the ground there. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have been taken into what appears to be preventive custody. They're in a police vehicle right now. They are being taken towards the Jewar toll plaza, as Anand Patel just reported to us. It is a tense situation there. Lots of police, as you can see. Those are live pictures on the left-hand side of your screen from Anand Patel's cameras that show you the vehicle being taken away. You can also see many personnel there still gathered, as are many Congress workers. This is a situation that's very tense and threatens to escalate even further. We're not going to be moving from this story. We're continuing to track it live here on India Today. Time for a very, very short break, and we're going to be right back with this big story. Stay with India Today. We've got the best coverage.
You are watching India Today.